All right, enough about the concert talk.
Okay.
Last week, as I promised, I did tune in and listen to our own Kendall Peters, Metal and Kendall.
Okay.
And I want to just kind of give a couple of plugs for that, as well as a couple of accolades.
Okay.
Have you heard her podcast, Metal and Kendall?
I heard it the first week.
Okay. Kendall, she's a fan of the CMS.
Mm-hmm.
She does a radio show at her college, Wilkes College.
Yeah.
She also decided she wanted to strike out and do an independent show, which is run on our only affiliate, Uncontrolled Noise, on Sunday nights.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I promised Kendall last week that I would make it a effort to listen, and I did.
Okay.
And I was actually very impressed.
Well, that's good.
I was impressed with her audio. It was very clean. There was no ambient noise, no fumbling around. There was no, there were no fans blowing in the background or dogs howling outside the window or babies crying in the background or lawnmowers running.
You mean like my Zetro interview? Hear that?
I did not hear that.
Jesus Christ. Dude had, we can come back to this in 1 second. I'll just tell this real quick. We did the interview, and it was his first day home from Europe or wherever. So Zet has a dog, one of these little fucking, I don't know anything about dogs, but one of these little Yelp dogs.
Yeah, yippy dogs.
Never stops barking.
Right.
And he kept closing the door, but he wasn't like locking the door. So the dog kept coming in and barking for the whole fucking interview.
Right.
And at the end, Zet, I could tell he was trying to shoo the dog away as we were ending the interview. And at the end, after it, I said to him, I said, dude, I know you probably want to kill that dog, right? And he was like, oh, no, I love this dog. I wouldn't run her out of here for anything. If she barks on the interview, so what? And in my head, I was like, dude, okay, I get it. You love your dog, but you're doing your fucking job.
Yeah.
It's
a distraction.
Yeah, no one wants to hear your dog. And sure as shit, I got a couple of emails from people saying, next time you interview with Zet, tell him to leave his dog outside.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, I listened to Kendall's show, and her levels were good. She actually had topics to talk about. And believe me, I know what it's like to do a solo show as well as you do.
Not fun.
And then to sit there for 2 hours and pontificate on bands or give your thoughts or, discuss albums or individual song tracks or something. That's not easy.
No, not at all.
And here's the most impressive thing about Kendall's show.
Mm-hmm.
Kendall is 21 years old. Most of the stuff that she played, in fact, all of the stuff she plays was out before she was even thought of.
Right.
And yet she talks about it fluently as if she was brought up in that era when these songs and this music and these bands were popular. So she came into this world after most of the stuff that she plays was even out.
Right.
And she was playing some Megadeth, some Metal Church. Of course, she played some Dokken because she's a fan. She played some, I believe she played some Anthrax.
Right.
She plays all, classic metal. She's got the show that I started 20 years ago.
Okay.
Solo DJ playing tunes and commenting on it.
Okay.
And for a 2-hour show, a lot of great tunes, good commentary in between. She doesn't ramble. And it's easy to listen to. You're not distracted by all kinds of noise and humming and hissing and, like I said, ambient noise and all this and that. So she does a very professional job, and it's edited well and it's put together. It's nice and tight. There aren't any dead spots.
Does she hit the post?
Well, she doesn't really do a play up. She doesn't start the music and talk into it.
Okay.
So she doesn't come out of it and then, talk into music and stuff like a commercial radio station. But what I did here last week, I did listen to the 2-hour show. So if you just, for those of you who whine and bitch and moan that we don't play enough, tunes.
Yeah.
And just a tune show. Listen to Metal with Kendal on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Time on Uncontrolled Noise.
Really? There's a bunch of shows you can listen to on Uncontrolled Noise that'll give you all that. You can listen to Red and Jerry, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And you can listen to Rob Kern, the Loud, Drunk, and Angry.
Right.
That's another show. I mean, he does some talking too, but he plays a lot of songs too.
Sure.
So those are your shows for that stuff.
Right. So
Kendal does a good job.
Yeah, she did a real good job. I was impressed, but just like I said, I think what impresses me more is she isn't some crusty old dudes like us who lived back in the day.
Right.
She's a fresh young voice that covers that stuff like she lived in that era.
Right. Well, that's cool.
And that's what's pretty cool about it. So
sure.
So check out Uncontrolled Noise. They got a lot of good programming over there.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah. So anyway, just thought I'd give my review of that.
Okay.
It was good.
That's good.
And then, of course, if you like more classic rock stuff, you can listen to my friend Greg Napier on The Rock Show on Sunday nights on WMMT.
Yeah, listen to that on TuneIn is where I listen to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Greg plays a lot of tunes, and he's on for 6 hours as well. So
yeah, he does. I like Greg's show. I tend to listen every now and again to Greg, just kind of pull it up and. I have it bookmarked and tune in, and then if I'm fucking around with my phone on a Sunday, I'm like, let me see what Greg's doing.
Yeah, well, he plays a lot of deep cuts. It's not all hard rock. It's just classic rock and hard rock and, all kinds of stuff. But, he doesn't play just the hits. He plays some, really obscure stuff.
Right, and I think his two favorite bands are Dokken and Badlands. So that
That's true.
So that works really well for me.
Everybody loves Dokken.
Yeah, Dokken, and he plays a ton of Badlands. Too.
He does. He loves Badlands. He loves Jakey Lee and Ray Gillen.
Yep, good stuff there. I can't argue that point.
And he plays a lot of some deeper Zeppelin tunes, and he plays a lot of Glenn Hughes.
Right.
He likes that stuff too. So if you want to listen to something on Sunday night that has a lot of good tunes, listen to Greg at WMMT. WMMT.org.
Do we put Greg into the good promoter or bad promoter category?
Well, you know what? I would say good promoter because as far as I know, he hasn't stiffed anybody. Yeah, and he doesn't get in over his head either.
He didn't do real well on the catering, as I remember it.
That was interesting in itself.
As I remember it, he handed you Dixie cups and a bottle of Jack and said, here, catering's here.
Holy shit. Wow.
It's funny.
That was funny. All right. This is too good. All right, dude. I need to get another drink.
Me too.
Another drank.
All right.
Some grape drank. Did you see our good friend Mr. Kamulia comment on your Black Olives Matter post on the CMS Facebook?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he you said, do black olives really matter?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Rick commented on there.
Nice.
So I told him, of course, he's welcome to come on whenever he's got something new to promote.
Yeah, maybe he could take some of those T-shirts down to Charlotte.
Sure.
Think he would die within an hour?
I'd give it 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even an hour.
It's funny.
Yeah, too good. All right, I'm going to fly out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota this week and catch up with the Dokken boys, and as well as our good friend Ron Keel, who is the house band for the Badlands Pond, and he has his own radio show out there, and he does.
Will you be podcasting?
Will I be podcasting?
Will you be doing some live?
I will try to. Yes, if I can remember to do it, and if I'm in a place, I will definitely try to throw something up there.
Okay.
I can do that with the iPhone and the Spreaker recorder. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing Ron out there at the Badlands Pond and, maybe sit in on his radio show or something.
Yeah, tell me when and I'll record it.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So, this week should be a fun week for me.
Sure.
Look at me bragging.
Yeah, look at you. Just jet setting all over the country.
Yeah, man.
Just a big rock star that you are.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm going to play some Keel here. We'll play a couple of tunes. We'll come back. So here's Keel, probably with one of their most recognizable songs, and this is The Right to Rock exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.
Hey, this is Ron Keel, and you're tuned in to the Classic Metal Show, the hardest rockin' show on the dial. You got it!